Okay, we're just about to get underway here in the third grade fixture between the Central Coast Marlins and the Manly Eagles. I believe the live stream for this game is up and running. We got it up a few times for the under-18s, but it kept, with the wind, cancelling the stream, unfortunately. But at the moment, I believe the third grade stream is up and running. So anyone at the ground, or if any friends or relatives want to watch online, look up on YouTube Central Coast Marlins Baseball channel, and it should say there's currently a live stream from the ground here at Springfield of this third grade fixture. Don't have the team list yet, but the third team on the diamond are here. So at the plate, of course, we have Nick Glazebrook, and in the field, Paul Jones. Martin, you said they finished with the lineups? Well, they may have only just got the Manly one. Is that how it's called? That sounded okay over the ground, didn't it?
Yeah.
Was that okay coming through then? You can hear it? Okay, so I'm trying to do both and I can't hear what's going on.
Is that good for the key?
I don't know. What is it?
Is that this one or it's not on? Just third grade or?
I don't know. No, he made one.
He made one?
He made one.
Yes.
Which one do you want?
Photo's no good to me. Photo's no good to me. I need the lineups.
I'll be able to talk to you. Oh, you want to print it out?
Just going to turn the broadcast mic down a little bit. We've got cyclones basically here at Springfield, so unfortunately there's a lot of wind noise coming through the microphone. I'll try and limit it when I can. We're just at the plate meeting at the moment here for the start of this third grade fixture, and I have the lineups now. Just going through the Central Coast lineup, of course, who will be in the field first. Apologies, the wind's picking up again here. At catcher, we have young Daniel Willings. Up on first base, we have Errol Guardia. On second base, we have Lee Brown. Over on third base, we have Stacey Campbell. At shortstop, we have Nixon Collins Brown. At left field, we have Jordan Andrew. At centre field, we have Alex Russell. And at right field, we have Shane Holt. Looks like Shane Holhigh. Blame Deeks for the writing there. No, it's clearly Holt. My bad. And on the mound for the Central Coast Marlins, we have Kieran Johnston. Wind very strong here at Baseball Park. Going to be a difficult day on the mound, I think, for all the pitchers. And we have a start now here in this third grade fixture. And Kieran Johnston starts with a strike. A little bit high there, evens the count at 1-1. And the ball there up the left field line managed to stay just inside the foul line for a stand-up double, but it's past him now and into the right field. Would have been short of the second base there if that ball was taken cleanly. The throw clearly beat the runner to second base. But the ball not taken cleanly, unfortunately, there, and the runner advances through to third.
I'll leave it.
What?
Fine, man. No, I'm fine. It's forward.
And a swing there for strike one, evens the count again at 1-1 on the Manly hitter here, Chris Fernari. And a fly ball there. Takes the count out to 1-2. Pitch just misses inside there, evens the count at 2-2. And apologies, here comes that wind again. Looks like our live stream is stable at the moment, so there's a couple of people there saying they're on, so it looks like we do have stable pitch at the moment, and there is a hit to left to second base, and unfortunately a second error of the innings puts another runner on, so should have been 2 out, but as third grade sometimes happens, it's none out. So apologies. I'm just going to turn the mic down, it's getting fly ball there to centre field for the first out of the innings. There advances the runner across to third for the second out. So with 2 out, now in the batter's box, the shortstop, Sean Tano. And a nice breaking ball by Kieran there for strike 2. So the batter finds himself in the hole here, now down 0-2. And a fly ball there called by right field, who not all that comfortably, but eventually does take the catch to bring to a close the top of the first innings, but not before Manly have managed to tag on 1 run, taking the lead here 1-0. Okay, while the wind's died down a bit here, I'll try and get through the Manly defensive lineup. Catching for the... Not going through which? 2-2. Okay, sorry. Catch. The Manly defensive lineup, catching Kevin DeGale. Sorry, I'm trying to do both commentary and the live stream here. I'll just go through the live stream. Seems to stop working here at the ground. Sorry, catching for the Manly side, Kevin DeGale. First base, Jackson Forbes. Second base, Chris Fenari. Third base, Ben Little. Shortstop, Sean Tano. Left field, Sean Parkinson. Right field, Chris Hurley. Centre field, Chris Hurley. Right field, Ben Saunders. And on the mound for the Manly side is the pitcher, of course, Liam Mayo. Leading off for the Central Coast Marlins is the shortstop, Nixon Collins Brown. Who quickly finds himself here with an 0-2 count.
It was a 2-0 count.
Sorry, correction, a 2-0 count. So it's now 2 balls, 1 strike. And fouls off there to even it up at 2-2. And hit by pitch there to Nixon Collins Brown, puts the leadoff runner on first base. And a hit by pitch there to Nixon Collins Brown, puts the leadoff runner up on first base. To the plate, the catcher, Daniel Willings. Apologies for the noise. Someone commented about the noise, but there's a hit up the third base line, and the ball's thrown out into right field, so the runner will advance from second to third. A very similar start there to the Central Coast innings, with the runner advancing to 2 and the ball thrown past him. So, as one might expect, maybe a few errors here to start this third grade fixture. Now hitting Errol Guardia. Keeping the runner safe. Keeping the runner honest there on first base is the pitcher Liam Mayo. And a called strike there on Errol for a first pitch strike. 0-1 the count. And an outside pitch there with the runner stealing. No interest shown by the catcher. So runners now in scoring position on second and third base with none out. Central Coast Marlins looking to tag back this run put on by Manly in the top of the first innings. And a pitch outside there for a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike here on the Central Coast first baseman, Errol Guardia. And Errol fouls one off there down the right side. So 2-2. Looking for a hit to the right side here to advance these runners. And another outside pitch there takes us out to a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes here. I don't know, the camera's not plugged in properly, the power's not plugged in properly somehow. Sorry, I've had to switch to a side view there. We seem to have lost our power. It's not plugged in. No wonder it's not working. The cameras, so. Oh, now it's gone off again. Fuck! Sorry, it's hard to get good help these days. And Errol Guardia called out there on strike, so that's 1 away. Apologies here, I only have a side view. We're getting the other camera back. We'll have it back shortly. And a called strike there on the centre fielder, Alex Russell. So 0-1. Mrs. Lowe, I believe, there. Evens the count at 1-1. And a swinging strike there for strike 2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes now here on Alex Russell. With 1 out, runners still in scoring position on 2 and 3, looking to move these runners. And a low pitch there in the dirt, but blocked by the catcher. I think so, I don't know. There's a camera under where the screen, there's a power button under where the screen is. Sorry, just trying to get this camera working. Apologies, we'll get there now. And a pitch inside there, loads the bases. With 1 out. Base on ball there, loads up the bases with 1 out to the plate. Stacey Campbell. And a low pitch there gets away, but the runner doesn't advance.
Is that on?
Sorry?
Is it on?
No. Okay, apologies there. It looks like we do now have the view back from behind the home plate, although the wind has picked up here again immensely and is probably coming through the microphone, so I'll turn it down until we get a bit more clarity with our base on balls there. And a called strike there.
2 out? Yeah. Yeah.
On, I think it's a designated hitter, I believe. Jaden is Marley. No, it's not. I don't think. Hang on. No, it's Shane Holt. I apologise. I think Jaden got the walk when I was fixing the camera. Jaden, of course, playing in the DH role, so that's why he wasn't mentioned in the defensive lineup. Apologies, it's blowing a gale here. We're doing our best to keep noise for a minimum and things on the desk. Everything's blowing everywhere. And a cold third strike there on Shane brings the bottom of the first innings to a close with the score now tied 1-1. And Shane Holt called out there on strikes to bring to a close the bottom of the first innings with the Central Coast Marlins tying it up 1-1.
You gonna play something?
Okay, leading off the top of the second innings for the Manly side is the third baseman, Ben Little.
Hello.
Central Coast looking for a better defensive innings here, perhaps than the first, where they gave up an unearned run, I believe, on 2 errors. And a first pitch strike here for Kieran Johnston. And slightly high there, evens the count at 1-1. And again high there, 2-1. So I was going to turn the mic down here a bit. The wind's getting up again. So 2-1 count on the batter here. Again high, 3 balls, 1 strike on the batter. And a 4th high pitch there for a base on balls. We're still a lead-off base on balls there. Now hitting the centre fielder, Chris Hurley. Trying to turn this down again. So an 0-1 count here on the batter. I'll just turn it up as the wind dies down a little bit. Gain a high pitch there. 2 balls, no strikes. And there's a better pitch for a 2 ball. 1 strike count now on the batter. And the wind's picking up again. Checks the runner back at 1. Kieran steps off the back of the plate. Runner goes, throws a bit high, but going to get him in plenty of time. And the runner thrown out there at 2. Runner thrown out there at 2 by the catcher, Dan Willings. Welcome back. That come through?
Not the name.
How did not the name come through?
Because it's picking it up and dropping it out. Alright, the drinks are just going warm straight away.
I don't open mine.
Mine's already warm. Is someone doing second base?
And a base on balls there to the Manly hitter, who I'm not sure who it is. I've got the paper put away. I've got to get it out. The wind is just causing chaos.
Robin. There's a 1 or 2 outs. I wasn't paying attention.
1. Sorry, it was Chris Hurley, the Manly hitter there, with the base on balls up to first base. Now hitting is the right fielder, Ben Saunders. Misses outside there for ball 1.
Is that a break?
Sweet one. Again, Kieran falling in a hole here behind 2-0 on the batter.
I'm here to get here eventually. Thank you. All right.
This is low and outside for ball 3. 3-0, bat in the pocket, one would assume here by the right fielder. Kieran looking for a counter here on what should be a free pitch. And does manage to get in there for a called strike. So 3 balls, 1 strike. Won't want to let this batter get away. Runner already on 1. And must have missed inside. Looks a good pitch from here. And a visit here by Scott Deeks. Looks like Kieran may be cramping in the calf or something. Unusual to be cramping in this heat. Quite a warm day here at Springfield, but extremely windy. So
Here's the weather today.
32 degrees.
wind is managing to actually keep. According to the weather app, the weather temperature is 32, but with that breeze, it's not a hot breeze; it's a coolish breeze, so it is managing to keep it feeling a little bit cooler than the 32 degrees. Looks like Kieran's okay to continue here. So with runners on 1 and 2 and 1 out, Kieran looking to fight his way out of a hole here with no further damage. In the box for the Manly side is the left fielder, Sean Parkinson. So I'll turn it down again, it's blowing a gale again. So 1-1 count here on the batter. Finds the outside edge there. This time he goes ahead here. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And fouls off there. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. Kieran shakes him off again. Settled now. 1 ball, 2 strike count here on the batter. And goes down swinging there for the second out. What have you done? What do you keep doing?
I don't know. Well, don't go for me. It's not my fault to keep winning. I'm trying to
What do you
stop
do?
it. I don't know what happened. It just changed.
Okay. And a pass ball there. Moves the runners across. So runners now in scoring positions on 2 and 3. So 2 balls only here on Liam Mayo, the Manly pitcher. At the top of the Manly batting order. And a foul ball off there at the right side takes the count to 2 balls, 1 strike. So leading off the bottom of the second innings here for the Central Coast Marlins is the left field Jordan Andrew. And a first pitch strike there to the Liam Mayo, the Manly pitcher. So 0-1. Central Coast Marlins looking for a go-ahead run here in the bottom of the second. Manly looking to keep it a 1-1 ball game, and the pitch behind the batter there. Certainly no suggestion of intent, just got away from him. So a 1-1 count here on the batter. And a hit there out to right field for a single there by Jordan. So a lead-off single there, puts a runner on with none out. Brings to the plate the second baseman, Lee Brown. And another first pitch strike there by Liam Mayo. Tidy pitching here, getting counters on first pitch to most hitters. A lot easier to do it that way as a pitcher, and throws back to first, but not in time. Slight stumble there at first, but manages to get back on the ground safely into first. So an 0-1 count here on Lee Brown. And he swings one there out to a safe hit to left centre. To the fence. Runner coming round. Runner is going to be held. No, he's going from 3. The ball is in, but not in time. And a run is scored. And a congratulations there to Lee Brown. I believe that is his first safe hit there to centre left to the fence. Scores the RBI. So with a runner on 2, none out. And again, another first pitch strike here by Liam Mayo. Some tidy pitching on the behalf of the Manly pitcher. Getting these first ball counters certainly helps. And a high one there. Takes us back to the top of the order here for the Central Coast Marlins. The shortstop, Nixon Collins Brown, now batting. Sorry about the rustling. We're in another bloody cyclone here. And a hit through to the shortstop, and the play is in time, but advanced the runner over to third. And the 6-3 play there retires Nixon Collins Brown for the first out, but moves the runner over to third in scoring position. To the plate, the catcher, Dan Willings. And an outside ball there to Dan. Those who are watching the live stream, which is not many, but some, when I'm doing the ground announcing as well and speaking on both mics, can you actually hear me clearly? I'm just wondering if I can announce the batters simultaneously on the ground announcing and the live stream. So I think Kim's watching. There's a few others watching. Can you confirm you could hear me when I was announcing the batter at the ground as well? And a nice hit there into the right corner by Dan Willings. Scores the run from third. Dan Willings turning second, will probably go to 3. He will. And dives into 3. And a stand-up triple there to Dan Willings with a dive for effort. It scores the runner from third. So Central Coast Marlins move out to a 3-1 lead. Now batting with 1 out. The first baseman, Errol Guardia, and we have a visit to the mound. Okay, if you want. Oh, no, don't be short. Don't worry. No, I've got to remember. Looks like no one commented whether they can hear me or not, so I'm assuming it's all good. It's really blowing again now, so fingers crossed you can hear me. So with 1 out here, a runner on 3 in scoring position after that stand-up triple by Dan Willings to the right field corner. Errol Guardia looking to score this further run. And a low pitch there for ball 1. Of course, with the submarine action there, starting low and staying low. Apologies, it looks like it is a bit noisy, excess noise there. It is really blowing right this minute. And a swing and a miss there on another low pitch for a strike 1. So the count now 1-1. And the ball behind the batter here, Daniel Williams coming home. and slides in safely to score another run. Takes the Central Coast Marlins out to a 4-1 to run lead. And then a swing and a miss there by El Guardia. Now is the count at 2-2. I think Errol hasn't played a lot of baseball. Don't think he would have faced too many submarine pitches in third grade, so struggling a little bit with the delivery point. I think he seems to be sort of short arming, but safely watches that one through. Gets himself to a full count, so certainly fighting here. And a swing and a miss there for strike 3. Harry McGuardia goes down there on strikes for the second out of the innings. Dan Willings, of course, in that bat there. Home on the pass ball. Marlins now leading 4 runs to 1. So the centre fielder, Alex Russell, now up to bat, and a swinging strike there on the first pitch. Finds himself down 0-1. Nick's getting blown away here by the wind himself. And another low pitch there. Takes a foul tip through to the catcher. Alex finds himself in a hole. 0-2. And a called third strike there brings the innings to a close with the third out. But not before the Marlins have taken the lead here, 4 runs to 1. So Alex Russell strikes out there for the third out of the innings. But not before the Central Coast Marlins have managed to take a lead here in the bottom of the second, now leading 4 runs to 1. And leading off the top of the third innings here for the Manly side is the second baseman, Chris Finari. Apologies, we lost one of the computers. We've momentarily lost the scoreboard due to the wind. And not sure where that breaking ball missed. Seemed to be right down the middle there. Takes the count to 2 balls, no strikes, but
Top three.
yeah. Pitcher obviously not happy with that call. You can see why. But 0-2 count here. Sorry, 2-0 count. And hits there to shortstop, who takes the ball cleanly over to first base, and it is in time for the first out. So it gets out of a bit of a hole there, Kieran. Down 2-0, but nice play there by the shortstop, Nixon Collins Brown, to Errol in time. Now hitting for Manly, the catcher, Caven DeGale. And a first pitch strike there for Kieran, which has been someone. And another breaking ball there for strike 2. So Caven now finds himself in a hole, quickly down 0-2 here. And presumably that was hit by pitch. I'm not sure what happened there. And swinging first pitch there. Makes the count to 0-1. It's getting very windy here. Runner goes, throw over, should be in time, but the runner kicks it away into left field and does advance. Will the throw be in time here to third? So with that ball kicked away here, the runner advances from second across to third with 1 out and a 1-1 count on the batter. Inside pitch there, takes the count to 2 balls, 1 strike. And swinging foul there. I think evens the count at 2-2. So I think a wind again. 2-2 count here on the batter. Checks the runner on 3. And a swing and a miss there for strike 3. So that brings 2 out. Runner still in scoring position up there on third base. Kieran looking to shut down the innings here with no further damage. And another hit by pitch there to the shortstop, Sean Tano. And a hit by pitch there to the shortstop, Sean Tano, puts runners in the corners with 2 out. To the plate, the third baseman, Ben Little. So with runners in the corners, 2 out. Ben Little looking to score this run, keep the innings alive. Marlins looking to shut it down here without any damage. And a first pitch strike there to Kieran. Wind's died down a bit, fortunately for the moment. I spoke too soon. Here it comes again. We'll keep persevering. Checks the runner. Comes again. Kane checks with the wind here. And the pitcher loses his cap, loses control of the ball. Outside and low there for a breaking ball. Very difficult conditions here for the pitchers and the commentators. And fouls off there, which I believe will make the count 1-1. And a high pitch there. Takes it out to 2-2. Apologies. Playing with some techniques here, showing the runner over there on 1. Looking to go here on this pitch. I think there was another hit by pitch on the shoulder. So it loads up the bases. move that around. I might put it up there. Might look better at first base. And we have a visit to the mound. So that visit completed. Kieran remains on the mound. We have loaded bases here, 2 out. Central Coast Marlins looking to shut down this innings without any damage. There's no runs been scored in this innings yet. Maintaining their 4-1 lead. Manly looking to tie this ball game up with a tying run over on first. Misses high and outside for ball 1. Looks like a strike there. It does. Evens the count at 1-1. So turn the mic down a bit here. It is getting very windy again.
No, you're right.
So 1-1 count and a swing here to the shortstop. Across to first base, and it is not in time. 2 runners come home on that play. Brings the score out. Narrows the score now to 4 runs to 3. Sorry, a swing and a miss there for strike 1. I believe that's 1-1. Yes, it is. Central Coast Marlins missing there. Would look like a fairly regulation infield hit. But the runner beat out the throw and 2 runs scored. So the score is now 4-3 in favour of the Marlins. The tying run now on second base. And another swing and a miss there for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And a called third strike there, manages to close down the innings. But not before the Manly side have tagged 2 back on, now trailing 4 runs to 3. And a called third strike there shuts down the innings. But not before the Manly side have tagged 2 back on, now trailing 4 runs to 3. Some defensive changes here for Manly in the bottom of the third innings. Forbes is now on the mound. I think it was a 3-1, 1-5. Liam Mayo over to third base, and the third baseman across to first base. Straight triangular swap in the infield, and a first ball. Looks like two straight balls there to Stacey Campbell. So 2-0 count. Stacey Campbell, the third baseman, the leadoff hitter here in the bottom of the third innings for the Central Coast Marlins. And there's a strike. 2-1 now. Marlins looking to extend this lead after it was narrowed by Man in the top of the third, plating 2 runs. They look close, must have just missed the outside corner. Looked a reasonable pitch from here. But the count out to 3 balls, 1 strike. And that one does manage to find the corner, so takes it to a full count here. 3 balls, 2 strikes on Stacey. Looking to beat a base runner. And a swing and a miss for strike 3. So Stacey goes down on strikes for the first out of the innings. Brings to the plate the designated hitter, Jaden Esmaili. And a high pitch there for ball 1. And there's a counter, 1-1 now on the Central Coast designated hitter. Another one of our first year players, young Jaden. And a swing and a miss for strike 2. Finds himself in a little bit of a hole here at 1 and 2. And a pitch away there for a ball, evens the count at 2 and 2. And a ball in the dirt there takes us again out to a full count. So full count here on both leadoff hitters for the Central Coast Marlins. The only pitcher won the first battle. Striking out Stacey Campbell. And he wins the second battle. Takes both pitches to a full count, but manages to get out of it with 2 strikeouts. So with 2 away,
Pardon? What do you mean? Oh,
now to the plate, Shane Holt.
no, I'm injured.
Going a low and inside pitch there for ball 1. Behind the batter, ball 2. So, tell the wind's died down a bit. We're now getting inundated with flies. not sure which is better or which is worse. I'm more likely in the third ball there. So the pitcher now finds himself in a rather deep hole here, down 3-0. You get a counter here on this, what should be a free pitch, and he does. Hits the bottom of the zone there for a called strike. 3-1. And a ball 4 there, going too low. So Shane Holt there up to first base on the base on balls. To the plate, the left fielder, Jordan Andrew.
I'm not doing it first. Isn't it Jordan first?
Must have just missed out outside there for ball 1. And a foul tip there out to the back fence here for strike 1. So 1-1 now on the batter. And a low pitch there for ball 2. Looks at the runner, checks the runner, who hurries back, doesn't make the throw. 2 balls, 1 strike now. And another foul ball off to the right side there for the second strike. So 2-2 now on the batter. And they're looking to shut down this innings. The Wind looking to shut down our broadcast. Back again, the runner goes on 2-2 outside. And the runner safely through on stand-up and goes on the pitch. And safely through to 3. So full count here. You're going to score the runner on 3. Manly looking to shut it down here on a full count. And there's a hit down the right field line. Looks like it will go foul. Right fielder looked like he had it covered then, but maybe it was just out of reach. So it remains a full count here. And I'd say be rung up. Yes, he was. Can't look at him there. That was clearly a strike. So that brings to a close the bottom of the third innings with the Marlins still leading 4 runs to 3. Leading off here for Manly in the 9-hole is the left fielder Sean Parkinson. And a high pitch there for ball one. And looks like he missed there for ball two. Apologies, I was going to the scoreboard then, but it wasn't there. Should be there now. Yep. And there's a counter. 2 balls, 1 strike. And a fly ball there to shortstop. Should be taken, which it is, for the first out. And we had a slight break in the wind, but here it comes again. Hit there to third base to Stacey. Throw across to first. Errol has to jump, and he's off the base, unfortunately. For the Central Coast side, at least. So, runner there safely through to first base. Presumably on an error there. Throw was in time, but found the first baseman having to jump in the air off the base to take the catch. So runner on 1. And a first pitch strike there to Kieran. On the second baseman, Chris Finari. Finds himself down 0-1. Missed inside there for a ball, 1-1. Strike 2 there. There was a curveball. Broke down, but not quite enough. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And that's curveball in the dirt. Gets away from the catcher. Throw is over. Nice backing up there by the second baseman. Lee Brown there on second base, playing his first season ever of baseball, and nice job there to be in the right spot to back that up. Could have easily been another base. So a 2-2 count here, I think. Calls time. Wind getting a bit strong. Dirt blown across the diamond.
Never had any car. My head's pissing me off.
Yeah, there's a cat. His mum's cat in the back seat somewhere. Just getting settled here. Wind is still pretty strong. Set to go. I believe it's 2-2 count. And a hit up there to the shortstop, across to, not in time, and through to the fence. So the runner advancing and the runner coming home for the tying run. Bit of a sloppy play there. So we have a visit to the mound. This could be the end of the section. I can't start in the bullpen, so if it is the end of the section, presumably they're coming from the field. So we have a change here on the mound with a 4-4 scoreline. Looks like Sean Smith going to the mound for the Marlins. So a change there on the mound for the Central Coast Marlins. Kieran Johnston coming out of the game in the, I think it's the top of the fourth innings after that tying run. So comes out of the game at a 4-4 scoreline. So no result today for Kieran. And onto the mound now is the Central Coast Marlins head coach, Sean Smith.
This might change slightly. I'll see if I can get rid of this stuff. There we go. I want to get rid of the arrows and shit. Is there any?
Yeah, at least one.
Yeah, Robin. How many out of that? One out. What was that, sorry? Yeah, 4-0. Top of the fourth. Okay, we can rock that.
And a swing and a miss there by the Manly hitter, who I'll confirm in a moment. Caven de Gaulle. And fouls off there up the left field line for a strike. Should take the count, I believe, to 1 ball, 2 strikes here. And Nick shows 1 ball, 2 strikes as I say it. Ball in the dirt there. Nicely blocked by the catcher, Daniel Willings. With an untidy throw back then to Sean on the mound, who glances back. Count now even at 2-2. Manly looking to score a go-ahead run here. Central Coast Marlins looking to shut it down without any further damage after Manly have tied it here in the top of the fourth. 4-4. And another hit by pitch. Probably the fourth or fifth of the game. So been expensive few free runners here for the Manly side. So runners now on 1 and 2 with 1 out. To the plate, the original first baseman Jackson Forbes, who I believe is now on the pitching mound. Of course, with Manly starting with Liam Mayo hitting for himself. They have no DH in the game. And a pitch down there for ball 1. Runner goes from 2. Looks like it's a runner's returning. Obviously a hit and run there. And the batter was out on the infield fly in any event. But the catch taken by Errol Guardia up at first base anyway to complete the out. So now with 2 out. Runners on 1 and 2. To the plate, the shortstop, Sean Tano. And fouls the ball off up the left field line there for strike 1. So 1 strike only on the batter here.
Wait, what? Why am I standing here? To be with Martin.
Yeah, we'll need you. Sean turns and looks at the runner on 2 there. Just lost track of the count here. I think it might be 1 and 1 or thereabouts. 2 out. Runners on 1 and 2. And there's a high pitch taken by the shortstop through in time to the second baseman for the out, which shuts down the innings with no further damage. So the the Manly side have managed to tie it up here in the top of the 4th innings. The score now, Central Coast Marlins 4, Manly 4. Marlins looking to come out in the bottom of the 4th innings and tag on another run and retake the lead. Been a number of lead changes here with runs in most of the innings completed. So Central Coast Marlins looking to complete that trend here. Whoa. Okay, welcome back here to the bottom of the fourth innings. Leading off for the Marlins is the second baseman, having a day out today for his with a big first hit to the left centre and his first at bat. The second baseman, Lee Brown. Looks like we've lost everything from almost every fielder in the right field out to the fence. Everyone retrieving hats and caps and bottles. And very difficult day here for all concerned. Looks like we're back underway. And a called strike there for Lee. Takes the count to 1-1. For those interested in the World Series, if you're listening to the live stream, well, you're probably watching both anyway, and a swing and a miss there for Lee. Lee on for strike 2. Takes the count to 1 ball, 2 strikes. At the moment, the Nationals looking to keep the game alive, down 4-1 in the bottom of the 9th with a runner on 1. So, tying run on deck, but in a bit of a hole, looking to get out of it. So, Nationals, of course, have a 2-game-to-0 lead. Looking to extend that to 3-0. The Astros looking to bounce back and narrow the series to 2-1. Back here, still in the batter's box. And a swing and a miss there for strike 3 on a pitch that was down in the zone. Sorry, I've just got to hold on to things here. We're probably stronger than it's been most of the day right at this minute. I'm going to turn the mic down. It's really loud wind noise if you can hear it. And we're back at the top of the batting order here for the Central Coast Marlins. The leadoff hitter, shortstop Nixon Collins Brown. And I think the count here is 1-1. And a fly ball there down the right field line. Oh, it travelled much further than I thought it was. Travelled right out to right field there, who didn't hardly move. Obviously, the wind caught that quite up high. It looked like it was only going to be just over the first base's head, but travelled right out to right field. So, if anyone can get one in the air today out towards that right field side, I'd say the ball's going to travel some distance. So, with young Rickson at Wingrove in the first grade lineup today, so the Central Coast Marlins will be hoping he can connect on a couple. With that wind blowing out into the outfield, it will be fairly short fences here today. And a high pitch there on the Central Coast catcher, Dan Willings, for a ball. 1-0. Outside pitch there for another ball. 2-0. And another outside pitch there, 3-0. And missed the bottom of the zone there for a 4-0 count. Puts a runner on 1 with 2 out. Go ahead run on base. To the plate, the first baseman today, Errol Guardia. Not looking to take his signal. Let's hope this doesn't end in catastrophe because I know a signal was put on then, and Errol did not see it. And a called strike there. Catches the outside corner for 0-1. And Errol fouls one off there up the right field line. So now finds himself down 0-2. Looking to advance this runner. And that fouls off over behind us. Hopefully not onto my car. Didn't hear a crash, so presumably not. And Errol hits one there to right field, and it drops in front of the right fielder. So a safe hit there to Errol, who's through to first base, and the runner advances, turns the corner and advances across to 3. So runners now in the corners with 2 out. Now in the batter's box, the centre fielder, Alex Russell. With runners in the corners and 2 out. Now batting the centre fielder, Alex Russell. Central Coast looking to score this runner from third and go ahead again in this game. There's been several lead changes. Or several lead changes and ties. I think Manly Manly are ahead at the top of the first. So both teams have led this by different margins. And each team managed to tie it up again and then take the lead. So Central Coast looking to do it the same again here. The pitcher quickly finds himself in a hole here, down 2-0. Both missing on the outside. And there's a low pitch there for ball 3. And that hole gets deeper. The pitcher now down 3-0. On deck for the Marlins, we have Stacey Campbell up next. And swings on 3-0. Is it over the right fielder's head? Yes, it is. It's over the right fielder's head to the fence. So runner rounds 1. Errol Guardia on 3, looking to score. Sends him home. The throw's on its way. But he's safely under the throw. And under the throw at third also for a triple. With the triple there to the right centre fielder, Alex Russell. Plates 2 runs for the Central Coast Marlins, takes the score out to 6 runs to 4. And we have a visit.
6-4. He said with that 2-out triple.
So with that nice hit there, I was just saying the ball's going to carry here today, and that's exactly what that one did. Got the ball in the air to right field, cleared the right fielder to the fence, and managed to bring home the runner from 3, but also Errol Guardia managed to scoot home from first base and provide an insurance run. Marlins now lead 6 runs to 4. In the batter's box, Stacey Campbell. Takes one low and away for ball 1. And a swing there and into the ground for foul. Strike 1. So 1-1 count now on Stacey. Comes that wind again. Apologies for the noise. Hopefully we can speak over it. One and one count here on Stacey. And fouls one off there. Now hitting for the Central Coast Marlins, the third baseman and better Campbell, Stacey.
That wasn't. It really wasn't.
And a high pitch there for ball two. Evens the count, 2-2. Still a runner on three here. Marlins looking to score this run. Manly looking to shut it down without further damage. And another high and outside pitch there for ball three. So Stacey takes the pitcher here to a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Of course, the runner's not going. No runners on 1 or 2. But looking to keep the innings alive here. And a swing and a miss there shuts down the innings for and the strikeout there brings to a close the bottom of the 4th innings, but not before the Central Coast Marlins have retaken the lead here, 6 runs to 4. And I believe we have a change here for Manly. I'm just... I'm assuming it's one of the under 18s because I don't have that number on my lineup.
His name is Zach Murphy.
Zach Murphy? I've just been told it is Zach Murphy hitting for the Marlins and an outside pitch there for ball 1. Sorry, for the Manly side, I should say. And hits there over Centerfield's head, so Centerfield's going back. Zach Murphy turning the corner, will no doubt advance here to third. So a lead-off stand-up triple there. Apologies, I didn't have the name before he hit, but there was a pinch hitter then, hit the stand-up triple to Centerfield, Zach Murphy. And I believe we have another pinch hitter here. We have another under 18s player who I don't know his name.
Ben Stokes.
I've just been told it's Ben Stokes because the lineup says under 18s. I have the senior reserves with their numbers, but I don't have the under 18s. So I have to wait till I can. Scorers can kindly provide it to me, which they have. So Ben Stokes here also pinch hitting for Manly. Must have missed high there. 2 balls only on the batter. And a called strike there. Takes the count of 2 balls, 1 strike. Another called strike there. He was the count of 2 and 2.
Ollie Stokes.
Apologies, I just told it was Ollie Stokes. Now hitting and strikes out for the first out. Apologies there, that hitter, I didn't have his name originally, being one down to 18s, but Ollie Stokes pinch hitting there and striking out for the first out of the innings. Looks like we have another one.
Lachlan Paisley with a C.
Now hitting another pinch hitter, Lachlan Paisley.
No, they've been in the last innings. They were in the last.
Sorry?
They were in the last innings field.
Oh, okay. Don't matter.
And the next one it will be Chris Wyatt.
Fouls off there to the out to the right for a strike. So 1-0. Sorry, 0-1. And a foul tip there for strike 2. Yeah, we do. Oh no, I put first and second.
That is first.
And a fly ball there to right field is coming in, takes the catch, makes the throw. Could be in time, looks like it will be, and the tag is made. Oh, calls him safe. Nice throw, the throw is in time, a little bit off target. And called out on third base for leaving early.
You're an angry little child.
Wasn't looking then. Obviously, the Central Coast Marlins fielders all knew or felt that he'd left early and were ready to make the play. So, and the runner caught out there for leaving early on third base brings to a close the top of the 5th innings, with the Central Coast Marlins still leading 6 runs to 4. Yes, I said 6-4. Yeah, yeah. And we're back here at the bottom of the 5th innings. The Central Coast Marlins looking to tag on some further runs. And he's looking to shut this down and get back out there. Yeah. And a strike there. On the Central Coast designated hitter. And quickly finds himself in a hole here, now down 2-0. Does Jaden Ismaili, the Central Coast DH. Still obviously in the lineup, hitting for Sean Smith, who's now on the mound. And takes one down there for a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And one high and outside there. Owns the count at 2-2. And a swing and a miss. Goes down swinging for strike 3. And the Central Coast designated hitter, Jaden Ismaili there, stuck out for the first out of the innings. Brings to the plate a pinch hitter for the Central. We now have a pinch hitter for the Central Coast Marlins, Ryan Hudson. Sorry. Tried to save the ground. It sounded like I had a stutter. The wind was so bad a moment ago. Just misses at the top of the zone there for ball 1. Mustn't have missed by much. And a called strike there evens the count at 1-1. Takes one down low. 2 balls, 1 strike here on the pinch hitter, Ryan Hudson. Three balls, 1 strike. Hitters count here. I'm sure Ryan will be still looking to hit this if it's there. Three and 1. And a high pitch there for ball 4. And a base on balls there to the Central Marlins pinch hitter, Ryan Hudson. Jordan Andrews now in the box for the Central Coast Marlins. Runner on 1 with 1 out. And a swing there for strike 2. Looked like he was going to be caught short then, but the throw hopped a little bit and couldn't take it cleanly down onto the runner. So a 1-1 count now on the batter. And a swing and a miss there for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. ball one. Sorry, for a ball makes the count 2-2. I'm just going to turn this mic down a bit at the moment. It's terrible wind noise. And another high pitch there takes it out to a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes here on the Central Coast hitter, Jordan Andrews. And gets caught out there on strikes, but the throw's not in time up the line to the first baseman.
That's fine. Time matching pulse ball.
Yeah, 3:35.
Searching time now.
And we have time and game called here at the ballpark. So time and game called here in the third grade fixture with the Central Coast Marlins running out winners here 6 runs to 4. So that brings to a close this very difficult to stream third grade fixture with the Marlins running out winners after the scores being tied up, and Marlins scoring 2 in the bottom of that last innings there to take a 6-4 lead and managed to hold it through to the end. So Marlins run out winners here for the second win of the year in third grade. I think it's the first time that's happened for a long time, with a 6-run-to-4 scoreline. The winning pitcher of record will be Sean Smith, as Kieran Johnston came out of the game with a tied game. So I presume the win will go to Sean Smith. The losing pitcher for the Manly side, I believe, will be Forbes, given it was a tied game, and I think he was on the mound at the end there when those runs were scored. So with that, we wish you adieu. We'll shut down this live stream. We'll start up another stream now for second grade. I'll hand over to Martin Vine, who will, and my son Declan, who will stream and bring you the second grade fixture. I'm going to go and buy some clamps or something to try and hold our equipment down to see if we can't get through the day and get the first grade game on here. At the moment, it's proving very difficult, but if we can get something to hold things to desks, we may be able to battle through and bring you the first grade fixture this evening, which we certainly want to do. So we'll do our best to get things organised, and we'll be back in about 20 minutes with the second grade scheme. Bye.